The amount of people that comment on a video before watching it is absolutely disturbing. Like, people's attention spans these days are just so freaking short. Maybe they just have too much information to digest. But a lot of people commented on yesterday's video actually thinking that I thought yesterday's collab was the best collab ever, when in reality I spent the entire video shitting on that collab. I just titled it the best collaboration ever because I said on Instagram that I thought it'd be funny to do so. But I also spent the last 2 days prior on Instagram and Twitter just shitting on that collab. But that's just my opinion. I feel like there's a good amount of people that still enjoy this collaboration. I'm just not one of them. What's up, YouTube? Today we are going to go over the Supreme Week 7 drop list. Now, this week is highlighted by the North Face collaboration, the North Face Metallic Collection, and it's not a collaboration that I generally care for. I think this collaboration is actually quite trash. I'm not a fan of it personally. If you are at home, that is totally fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but that is just my opinion. I will try to elaborate on my opinion a little bit later in the video. However, I will go over the North Face collaboration last, since I went over the collaboration in yesterday's video. Of course, before I get into the full drop list, make sure you follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram's @thestarlife. That'll be somewhere on the screen and in the description below. I post some extremely dope pictures. I got some extremely dope picture ideas for this week's drop. And yeah, just make sure you follow me on there. I also do polls, and I try to get your guys' opinions about this drop list. Usually before and after the drop, I go on live and just kind of discuss the drop with you guys. So if you guys want to share your opinions, like I said, follow me on Instagram. And another great place to share your opinions and join in on some polls discussing like different colorways or different copper drop polls is my Twitter. So make sure you follow me on both of those. And yeah, let's get into this video. So first up for the drop list, we have these jackets. Now I think these jackets are actually somewhat decent. They're not branded or anything. I just think they're like chill, cool jackets. The colorways are orange, olive, and black. Now that being said, I wouldn't really go for these just because even though I think they're pretty decent jackets and I think they look really cool, you could probably find something like this in the thrift store, and it would be, I don't think it'd be too hard to find something in the thrifts like this. So I just don't think it's worth spending that kind of money when you can find something for a fraction of the price in the thrift store. That does depend whether or not you have thrifts near you. Now it looks like this is a zip-up jacket. I'll try to correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong, but it has these vertical lines going all the way down, and it has like yin yangs and like these different kind of foreign patterns going throughout the entire piece. I actually think this piece is kind of dope if it's a jacket. If it's like polo or something more lightweight, I'm not too much of a fan. This like purple color almost looks velvet, but I don't think it's that at all. I just think it's a normal jacket material. Yeah, I don't know, that piece looks kind of sick actually. They're dropping this vertical like velour crew neck, and they do have matching pants with these as well. And I'm not a fan of these. I'm not a fan of velour for the most part, because if something comes like in a baggy fit, which normally Supreme stuff fits a little bit baggy, then it's just going to like kind of stack weird, and it's not going to layer that well. And for that reason, the velour Supreme tracksuits are definitely a pass for me. I mean, maybe that Gucci colorway just because it might sell, but yeah, I'm not going to be a fan of these for my personal collection. I just know they're going to stack very, very weird. But regardless, let's move on. We also have these hoodies. Now, these hoodies are extremely sick to me. However, my complaint is what they say. It just says Supreme 2018 a dozen times. It would have been way sicker if it said like, fuck the world. If it said, you know, even just FTW, which stands for fuck the world. If it said, I don't know, if it just had any of the freaking different phrases, illegal business controls America, you know, whatever, like any Supreme phrases that they normally use, if it said that instead of just Supreme 2018, like repeated throughout the entire piece, I would have liked it way more. Even if it just said Supreme, but the 2018 just kind of ruins it for me. I don't know. I do like the idea and the concept though. It's cool that they have just that like small little hood embroidery. It's not too much, not too little. I might end up acquiring one. I haven't quite decided. That's one of the better pieces dropping this week though, for sure. They have these long sleeves. Now I forget the name of these. I think these are the shadow stripe long sleeves. I don't recall though. These were actually what was rumored to drop week 1. However, instead they dropped the static t-shirt, or the static stripe tee. And I'm glad they dropped the static striped tee because I got one of those, and now they're dropping these long sleeves, and I think these long sleeves are pretty sick. Actually, I really like the white and the blue. This is probably one of the first times you would ever hear me say that I like the white one. I just like the color of the gradient in the chest, or like in the center of that piece. You have these Supreme, what looks like soccer jerseys, and I'm not a big fan of these. The Supreme branding isn't terrible. The piece isn't, I'm just not a fan of soccer jerseys, and just the look of this piece to me is kind of off. They're dropping the Supreme stamp, which is a pretty popular piece. I think a lot of people are excited for this accessory. I wish that they would have done something different. It says don't ask me for shit, and I just wish they would have done a different stamp, but regardless, I think it is pretty cool. It's just a funny little accessory to have. The velour track pants, of course, once again, like I said, it's gonna stack kind of weird, so I'm not a fan and I will not be acquiring those. You have these hats. They say Supreme on this like 6-panel. I don't know if that's corduroy or not, I don't think so, but I'm not a fan of either of these, honestly. I mean, maybe these camp caps, but even then, these colors are kind of hideous. It looks like that 70s show, and I think for both these hats that are dropping, I'm just not a fan. So that's the majority of the drop list. Drops by Jay has not released the full drop list yet. Of course, if he uploads it before I upload this video, then I will update this video at the end with either a cell phone video or just a video of me talking to the camera. I'm not quite sure because I have classes all day, so I might just have to include like a little cell phone video of my opinions of the rest of the drop, but that is the majority of the drop list. Now, onto the North Face Supreme collaboration. Yes, in my last video I titled it, "This is the best collaboration ever." That was a troll. It was sarcasm. I'm not serious. Like I said, I spent so much time on Twitter and Instagram saying that I don't like that collaboration. I thought that most people would get that because even if you like the collaboration, I don't think anyone actually thinks it's the best collaboration. Like, just think about that. The best collaboration. But I guess some people did not get that. So anyways, let's go over my opinions for those of you that did not watch yesterday's video. First of all, I want to say the hoodies and the tees are extremely sick. I love those pieces. I was watching Boone's video and he wasn't really feeling them too heavy, and he said it kind of reminds him of the bling box, but I actually like the bling box. I don't know why everyone hates the bling box logo. It seems like everything that I love, other people hate. Like, the bling box is one of my favorite box logos. Maybe I just have no sense of style, I don't know, but the pieces I like are usually the pieces that everyone else dislikes. But that being said, I will say the majority of the people that I have asked about it do agree that the hoodies and tees are fire, but I think he brought up a good point. It would have been nice to see these done in some different colors. If you look at the graphic, it's all in this silver color, but it would have been cool if they did like maybe black and white, but then do 3 different colored graphics of each one. So have like a silver graphic or a gold graphic, and then the copper / rose gold graphic. Like, that would have been dope. Even if you don't do different colors of the actual piece, but it would have been cool to see like all 3 of those in different colors. Now, we do have an update for the prices. The hoodies are estimated to be $168 and the tees are estimated to be $54, I believe, which makes sense. It's a collaboration. They usually sell for a little bit more. It's still a lot of money, and the rest of the pieces are no different. They are still pretty expensive, a little bit pricey, and we will go over all the retails of each piece. So next up is the Mountain Parka. The Mountain Parka is estimated to have a retail of $400, I believe $398 to be exact, which is standard for the Supreme North Face Mountain Parkas these days. And yeah, I'm not excited for this. Like I said, I don't really know what else to say. I think a lot of people expect some scientific reasoning as to why I don't like it when the light shines off the image and hits my cornea and my brain processes the information. Like, I don't have a scientific reason as to why I don't like it. It's just my opinion. I don't really like the way it looks. Out of all the colors, I do agree with the majority of the polls that I have done on Instagram and Twitter, which is that the silver is probably the best color. I think the silver is the most wearable, but the rose gold / copper is my personal favorite. The gold is just absolutely garbanzo beans, and it's disgusting. That's the worst color. I don't know why anyone wants to look like C-3PO. Yes, I said it right that time. So many people were like, it's not CP30, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years, and like I've said before, I don't do any in-depth research before these videos. I just sit down and I record. I flipped the 3 and the P. Relax. Most of you guys don't even like sci-fi. You probably never even seen Battlestar Galactica, so don't even talk to me like you like sci-fi, you fake sci-fi nerds. Get the fuck out of my face. Anyways, but yeah, man, so I don't know. I think the silver is probably the color that I'm going to go for. And on top of that, I have an outfit idea, which is also why I'll probably be going for the silver overalls, even though I think these will be complete duds and probably sell for a retail, if that possibly even under retail afterwards. I think these will sit on the site. Like, these things are $500 freaking dollars, or estimated to be $500, and they're absolutely disgusting. They're horrendous. They're hideous. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just know I need them for a fit pick. Like the Mountain Parka, the silver Mountain Parka, that could be wearable. But the silver overalls, I don't know in what situation anyone could possibly wear these things. Now, I do not like taking a dump on Supreme, the North Face collaborations, because I love the North Face and I obviously like Supreme. So I don't like taking shits on their drops. So let's just finish up the last piece that I don't care for, which are these hats. Now these hats, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of them. I can't even cop these for the fit pick. I hate the like off-centered North Face logo. I think it's gonna fit like shit. It just doesn't even look like it's gonna fit good, and yeah, no. Now the bags are definitely a little bit more wearable. They're dropping some backpacks, they're dropping some fanny packs, and they're dropping some shoulder bags. Now all of them come in the same metallic colors that the mount parka, the overall slash bibs, and the hats come in, which is this silver, this gold, and this copper slash rose gold. I don't know if anyone knows exactly whether it's copper or rose gold. I think everyone's just assuming that it's copper because that's what makes sense, but it kind of looks like rose gold. Now when it comes to the bags, I might actually go for the like copper slash rose gold color. I think that's actually the best color out of all of them. But yeah, I don't know. I think in terms of the backpacks and the different bags in general, I think this is a little bit more like usable because it's not like you're wearing reflective metallic tinfoil on half your body. So with the backpacks, I'm definitely going to acquire one. The fanny packs, I may acquire one. I'm just not normally a fan of the North Face Supreme fanny packs. And then with the shoulder bags, I'll definitely be acquiring some. Hopefully I'll be able to cop 2 of them. But I do think out of all the pieces, the bags are some of the most reasonable pieces to acquire. Now, that is it for what we have so far. Like I said, I will update the video if we get any information, and I will just include that information at the end. If that is it and we do not get any further information, I apologize. But of course, like I said, make sure you follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. My Instagram will be somewhere on the screen and in the description below. I got some fire photos coming, so make sure you follow me. And also, I got some polls that I'll be doing for the last day before this drops, so that way I can get your guys' opinions. Make sure you check that out. If the end of this video does not have the rest of the drop list, I will include it on my Instagram, so definitely make sure you follow me on there and join in the conversation. Let me know your opinions. Also, like I said, follow me on Twitter because I will be doing some polls and some copper drop tangs on there as well, so make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And then, of course, last but not least, if you feel like liking this video, turn on notifications and subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. And as always, keep living the star life. I will see you guys in a moment. Alright guys, so I just got done playing ping pong with my boy right here, you know what I'm saying? He beat me, fucking decimated me actually. My spirits are kind of downtrodden, but
man, you let me win.
Nah, never that, you know, but man, what a gentleman and a scholar. But anyways, the only new updates that we have is the Unseen Karate Tee and Unseen Keychain. It's almost 5 p.m. so I'm gonna just upload this video, and yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. If you guys want to see the updates, or you guys want to see what I say about these pieces when we see some official images, then yeah, like I said earlier, and like I said 70 times in this video and every other video, follow me on Instagram. All right, peace.